Hello everyone, welcome to the geography class of standard 10th. The lesson that I am going to continue today is interpretation of topographical maps part 2. The topic that I am going to take today is grid reference, that is reading the grid reference on the topographical maps. In this part of the video related to grid reference, you will come to know about the methods to find out the six-figure grid reference of some places on the topographical maps through some examples. So let us start with the six-figure grid reference. Children, we have already studied in the previous video that following points should be kept in mind while reading the grid reference. Origin is the southwest corner of the map, and the reading of the map is always taken with reference to this origin. Eastings are always read to the east of this origin, while northings are always taken to the north of this origin. Children, on the topographical maps, eastings are always read first, followed by the northings. We have already studied that grid reference is always read in two different ways. The first way, that is reading the grid reference, we have already discussed in the previous video related to grid reference, that is on day 2 of lesson 2, that is interpretation of the topographical maps part 2. So now in this video we will continue about the method of reading this grid reference, that is six-figure grid reference. Now children, what is the six-figure grid reference? Six-figure grid reference gives us the exact location of a feature, that is, it gives the pinpoint location of a place on the topographical maps. Now let us find out the six-figure grid reference of few places on the topographical maps. Suppose we have to find out the six-figure grid reference of this place B on the given topographical maps. Now what we will do? First of all, we will follow the same steps as we did while finding the four-figure grid reference in part 1 of the grid reference. That is, we will look for its origin, that is its southwest corner, as it is the starting point for reading the grid reference on the topographical maps. Next, we will look for the grid. Now, for this, we will quote its eastings first. Now, between which eastings does place B lies on the given topographical maps? Place B lies between the eastings 9-2 and 9-3. Now children, 9-2 and 9-3, which is the lower value towards the southwest corner, obviously it is 9-2. So we will write down first 9-2. Now let us read its northing towards the north of the southwest corner of the given map. So between which northings does place B lie on the given topographical maps? It lies between the northings 1-6 and 1-7. Now among 1-6 and 1-7, which is the lower value? Obviously it is 1-6. So we will write down 1-6. Now you can see that After reading the eastings and the northings along which the place B lie, we got the 4-figure grid reference of place B as 9216. Now what will be our next step? Now children, you would be worried why I have left this dash after eastings 92 and after the northings 16. Obviously, to locate the pinpoint reference, that is the exact location of place B on the topographical map. For this, we will first divide the eastings along which the place B lies on the topographical maps. That is, we will divide the grid 92 and 93 along the eastings into 10 equal parts. So let us start. We'll mark. First of all, for this we'll take the scale, as we know that each grid on the topographical map is equal to 2 centimeter. So what we will do, first of all, we will mark its center and write down it as number 5. Now as we have to divide it along the 10 equal parts, we'll number it further. Point, here we'll mark first point, second, then third, then fourth, this is fifth, this is sixth, then seventh, then eighth, and then ninth. In this way, we have divided the grid 92 and 93 along the eastings into 10 equal parts. Now we'll number it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now our next step will be to join the place B with the 10 equal divisions of the eastings. So let us join it. After joining, we can see that the point B lies on the 0.5 of the eastings 92 and 93. So here, after the eastings 92, on the space left, we will write down 5. So in this way, we have got the eastings of place B as 925. Now yet it is incomplete, as we want 6-figure grid reference, and yet we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. So let us proceed further. For finding the 6-figure grid reference, our next step would be to divide the grid along the northings. That is, we will divide the grid 16, 17, between which place B lies, into 10 equal parts. So let us start. We'll follow the same step. First of all, we will divide our grid into half and mark that point as 5. Then we will further number it. This is 1, then 2, then 3, 4, this is 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, and finally it is 10. So in this way, we have divided the line of northings between 16 and 17 into 10 equal parts. Now our next step will be to join place B with the point along which it lies between the northings 16 and 17. So let us join it. After joining, we see that the place B lies on the, after 5, it is 6, 7, 8, 9 and this is 10 itself. So we can see that the place B lies on the 6th point of the Nardings 1, 6 and 1, 7. So here after 1, 6 we will write down 6. Thus you can see we have got now 6 digit, in which 925, that is the first 3 digits, are the eastings of place B, and the next 3 digits, that is 166, are the Nardings along which place B lies on this topographical map. So finally, children, place B lies to the 6-figure grid reference as 925166. So finally, we have got the 6-figure grid reference as 925166. Now let us see the location of this dot along this blue dot on the topographical map. Now children, what does this blue dot stand for? Obviously, this blue dot refers to the perennial line well. So now let us find out the 6-figure grid reference of this perennial line well on the given topographical map. So for this, first of all, we need to find out its 4-figure grid reference. For that, we will first see its origin, that is the southwest corner again. Now, after knowing our southwest corner, we will look for its eastings along which it lies. So we can see this perennial line well lies between the eastings 9-3 and 9-4. Now children, which is the lower value among these 9-3 and 9-4 towards the southwest corner? Right, it is 9-3. So we will write down 9-3. Now next step is to look for its Nardings. For this, we will again see its southwest corner. Let us find out between which Nardings does this perennial line well lies on this topographical map. We can see that this perennial line well lies between Nardings 1-8 and 1-9. Now, among 1-8 and 1-9, which is the lower value towards the southwest corner, obviously it is 1-8. So we will write down here 1-8. Now what will be our next step? Yet we have not got its 6-figure grid reference. For its next step, we will divide this grid of 9-2 and 9-3 and 1-8 to 1-9 into 10 equal parts. For this, we will take a scale and again take its center, mark its center as the 5th point. Now we will start. This is 0, reference line itself. Then we have 1, 2, 3 and this is 4 and finally 5. This is 6, then 7, then 8, then this is 9 and this is 10 itself. Now I will number it 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9 and finally 10. Now our next step will be to join the center of this symbol of perennial lined well to our point along the eastings. So we can see that the perennial lined well lies on point 5 between the eastings 9-3 and 9-5. So here we will write down 9-3-5. Now coming towards the narding, we'll follow the same step. We'll take the scale. We'll divide the grid into half and we'll mark this half as 5. Now this is the starting point, 0 itself. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and this is 5. Then 6, 7, 8, 9 and this is finally 10. So now we will number it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now our next step would be to join the center of the perennial lined well with the dot, that is with the point along the nardings 1-8 and 1-9. So we can see that the perennial lined well lies on the 5th point between the nardings 1-8 and 1-9. So we'll write down here along with 1-8-5. So we can see that we have got 6 digits now, among which first 3, that is 9-3-5, are the eastings of this perennial lined well on this topographical map, and the next 3 digits, that is 1-8-5, refers to the nardings of this perennial lined well on the given topographical maps. So finally, the 6-figure grid reference of this perennial lined well is 9-3-5-1-8-5. Now, let us take one more example. Let us find out the 6-figure grid reference of this symbol. Now children, what does this symbol refers to? Obviously, it refers to a deciduous tree. Now let us find out the 6-figure grid reference of this deciduous tree on the given topographical map. For this, we will follow again the same step. First of all, we will look for its 4-figure grid reference. For finding its figure grid reference, we will first of all look for its southwest corner, which is the origin. Now, our next step will be to see along with which eastings does this deciduous trees lie. We can see that this deciduous tree lies between the eastings 9-4 and 9-5. Now, which is the lower value among 9-4 and 9-5? Yes, it is 9-4. So, we will write down the eastings of this deciduous tree as 9-4. Now, our next step will be to find out the nardings along with which this deciduous trees lie. Now, we can see that this deciduous tree lies between the nardings 1-7 and 1-8. Now, which is the lower value among 1-7 and 1-8? Obviously, it is 1-7. So, we will write down 1-7. So, the 4-figure grid reference of this deciduous tree is 9-4-1-7. Now what will be our next step? To find out the 6-figure grid reference, we'll first divide the grid along the eastings 9-4 and 9-5 into 10 equal parts. So let us take a scale for this purpose again. We'll keep a scale. We'll mark the center point first. And we can see this is the center point. Here we'll mark 5. Now let us divide it into 5 equal parts by putting its, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Then this is 6, next is 7, next is 8, then 9, and finally this is 10. Right? Now we will join our deciduous tree to the point along which it lies on the eastings 9-4 and 9-5. Its center. We'll see that the deciduous trees lies on the third point of the eastings 9-4 and 9-5. So here we will write down after 9-4 3. Now our next step will be to quote its nerding. For 6-figure grid reference, we'll divide the nerdings into 10 equal parts. For this, first of all, we'll mark the center as 5. I will mark the other points. This is the 0 itself, the reference point. Then 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is 6, 7, 8, 9. Let us number it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 itself. Now our next step will be to join the center of this deciduous tree with the point along the nerdings. Now after joining, we can see that this deciduous trees lies along the 5th point of the eastings 1-7 and 1-8. So here we will write down after 1-7 5. Now we have got 6 digits, that is 943 175. Among these 6 digits, the first 3 digits, that is 943, refers to the eastings of the deciduous trees, and 175 refers to the nerdings of the deciduous trees on the given topographical map. Now let us take one more example. Let us find out the 6-figure grid reference of this symbol. Now children, what do you mean by this symbol? Along with number C, that is, it is the symbol for nucleated settlements. Nucleated settlements are the settlements in which houses are built close together in a group. It is mainly found in the city areas, like the area around the Golden Temple, where the houses are built quite close to each other, has the nucleated settlements. Now let us find out the 6-figure grid reference of these nucleated settlements named as settlement C. For this purpose, first of all, we will read its 4-figure grid reference. For finding the 4-figure grid reference, we will refer first of all to its southwest corner, that is the origin. Now we will find that between which two eastings does the settlement C lie. Obviously, settlement C lies between the eastings 9-1 and 9-2. Now among 9-1 and 9-2, which is the lower value towards the southwest corner, obviously it is 9-1. So we will take 9-1 as the 4-figure grid reference of settlement C. So here first of all we will write down 9-1. Now next step will be to find the northings towards which the settlement C lies. For this we will see between which two northings does settlement C lies. It lies between 1-7 and 1-8. 1-7 and 1-8. Now which is the lower value among 1-7 and 1-8? Obviously it's 1-7. So we will take 1-7 as the northings of settlement C. Now we need to find out its 6-figure grid reference. So now we will divide the eastings 9-1 and 9-2 into 10 equal parts. So let us divide it. For this purpose we will take the scale. First of all, we know that each grid is equal to 2 centimeters. So we'll take its half as 0.5. And now we'll mark the other numbers from 1 till 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. Then this is 6. Then 7. Then 8. Then 9. And finally this is 10 itself. Now we'll number it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is given. 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now we'll see that the settlement C, we'll take the center of settlement C along the eastings and the northings. Once for our convenience, we will mark here also the points from 1 till 10. Same step, first of all we will take its half and mark it as 5. And divide it, take its other point 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and then 10 itself. Now we'll join it. Join the center of the settlement with the point along the eastings on 1-7 and 1-8, and we'll number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. After joining we can see that Settlement C lies on the fourth point of the eastings 9-1 and 9-2. So here we will write down after 9-1, 9-1, 4. Now moving towards our next step, we will locate the location of settlement C along the northings 1-7 and 1-8. For this purpose, we will divide 1-7 and 1-8 grid of 2 cm into half first. So, and mark it as number 5. Then remember its slugger. This is 0 itself, the baseline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 itself. 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Now I will join the center of settlement with the point on the northings of 7 and 1-7 and 1-8. After joining the center of the settlement C with the points between 1-7 and 1-8, we find that settlement C is located along the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that is 6 point of the eastings 1-7 and of the northings 1-7 and 1-8. So after 1-7 we will write down 1-7-6. So we have got the 6-figure grid reference of the settlement C as 9-1-4-1-7-6, in which first 3 numbers, that is 9, 1, 4, refers to the eastings of settlement C, and next 3 digits, that is 1, 7, 6, refers to the northings of settlement C on the given topographical map. So we can see that the 6-figure grid reference of settlement C on the given topographical map is 914-176. So children, in this way we have found first the 6-figure grid reference of place B on the topographical map as 925-166, in which 925 refers to the eastings of place B and 166 refers to the northings of place B. In the second example, the 6-figure grid reference of a perennial lined well on the topographical map is 935, which is the eastings, and the next 3 digits 185 refers to the northings of this perennial line well. Then we learnt the 6-figure grid reference of this deciduous tree on the topographical maps as 943-175, in which first 3 digits 943 refers to the eastings of this deciduous tree, and the next 3 digits 175 refers to the northings of this deciduous tree on the given topographical map. Thus, the 6-figure grid reference of this deciduous tree was 943-175. Then we found that the 6-figure grid reference of the settlement C on the given topographical map is 914-176, in which first 3 digits 914 refers to its easting, and the next 3 digits 176 refers to the nothings. So children, I hope that through this video you have come to know how do we calculate the six-figure grid reference of few places on the topographical maps. Now children, your homework is to solve question number 2 of pages 24, 26, 32 and question number 4 of pages 28 and 30 in your Ratnasagar book of geography. Thank you and have a nice day. We will meet with the next video in our next part of the topographical maps, in which we will learn about the scale and its type. Till then, goodbye. Stay safe and have a great day ahead.